Hello everybody, this is Alex, part 19 of my Let's Play of Fallout New Vegas. And it certainly has been quite some time since I uploaded a video. It just took a week of just watching a bunch of stuff and mostly just sitting on my ass. But anyway, yeah, last time I did the quest for the Thorn, where, you know, you get a bunch of animal eggs, they raise the animals to fight each other and they bet on it. Sounds very illegal, but I get a ton of caps for it, so it doesn't matter to me. I forgot I got this like grenade launcher thing last time. So, I think for this video, I'll explore more of New Vegas North area and see if there's any quests to do. Last New Vegas video I uploaded was like nearly 4 hours long. I'll make sure this one's, I'd say 90 minutes to 2 hours. I'm sure a handful of people that do come across my videos or still watch my videos don't really mind the super long runtime. But I'll definitely keep more of a consistent hour to 2 hour videos. And, what else?
Don't worry, boss.
What the hell?
Cataract. You always...
Oh, okay. Those fiends. What was I saying? Oh yeah, still recording. More of Bomber Cyberpunk. There's 2 videos of that still need to be uploaded. Part 4 needs to be edited and uploaded so definitely will do that. And Stove, I recorded like half of part 5, then I'll record like the second half of that, because I do like those, I guess you call it extreme sports inspired games where, you know, you use skateboards, bikes, skates, shit like that. Though mainly, it does feel like a trial and error just to get to like very higher points.
Hey there. I'm glad mean son of a bitch is on our side.
Why there's a quest from that guy?
Howdy.
Pawn shop.
You don't strike me as someone down on their luck. What brings you to Westside?
What do you do on the west side?
I help tend the crops, stand watch for fiends, and generally help keep things civilized.
How long have you lived in west side?
Couple of years now. I was a trader for a while, but got tired of all the walking. Westside was a good place to settle down as any. Uh-huh.
No quest from that.
Hey, it's great what you're doing for the Thorn. Way to go.
Where's mean son of a bitch?
Brim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
He's a superman that usually walks around here.
Why are you talking to me, man? I'm trying to relax here. Got it?
What do you do around here?
Me and Dermot work salvage around New Vegas.
Tell me about Dermot. Your partner.
What do you even mean? He's Dermot. Dermot knows how to work salvage better than any man I ever met. Doesn't go asking questions all day, neither. Fuck off.
Okay, you're a bit of a cunt. Anyway, let's see where Dermot is. Maybe it's in here.
Our sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic
Yeah,
priority.
listen to this.
And this move would not be unexpected. In addition, refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lannius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered 1/10 of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pain. This program was brought to you by Gomorrah. Gomorrah. It'll be our secret. More classics coming.
Can't have music playing, I'll get a copyright strike, and the video will be blocked worldwide. I remember one video that had a copyright strike. I was able to fix it. It was available everywhere except Russia, which is interesting.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away. Hi there. Welcome to the Westside Co-op. I'm Clayton Etienne. Let me know if you have any questions.
Tell me about the co-op.
It might not look like much, but it's what keeps us Westside locals independent. We started it a few years ago. I admit we had a lot of trouble at first, but eventually we got some help from Tom Anderson with the followers. We're finally to the point where the co-op members can start making money from sales instead of just breaking even.
What's your story?
Well, I've lived in Nevada all my life. Started out in New Reno, but headed down here as soon as I got the chance. If you can believe it, things are even worse back home. The whole city's still run by crime families. Used to be the Mordinos and Wrights. Now it's the Wrights and Van Graffs. Seems like things never got better. Anyway, that's all behind me now. See you later.
Interesting.
Hi again.
Okay.
Goodbye. Hi again. Masha Fabish. My pleasure is on mine. Goodbye.
Where's that Dermot guy at? You're just regular NPCs.
Watch out for fiends.
I haven't been inside his pawn shop. Alright, where's that damn radio? Nope, can't have copyright music. Okay.
If you're down on your luck and need some caps, I buy just about anything. Of course, I've also got plenty of things for sale, too.
Have you been in Westside long?
My grandfather opened up this shop. Took over from him when the fiends killed him. Of course.
I guess I can sell some items.
Another satisfied customer. Until next time.
Live action, revolver. I think I'm okay on guns for now, though. I got plenty ones I still use. Like, where's the one? Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's that's Joshua's gun. Metal helmet, combat helmet, metal armor. Man, you really bolted this door down, huh? And there's just nails all over the place. Actually, do I have carton of cigarettes I could sell?
Out. Here to do business? Of course. Pleasure doing business. Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep him.
Welcome to Casa Madrid, cheapest, cleanest whores in all New Vegas. If you want to know the rates for Poon, talk to the whores.
Is this apartment building yours?
Yep, for years now. Guess I should be calling it Casa Marco or something, but I haven't changed the signs. Folks who can't pay their way onto the strip need a place to stay too. And when Pretty Sarah set her whores up here, the Casa went full service.
I had questions about your tenants.
Like who?
Know anything about St. James?
Guy's unstable, but he pays his rent and Sweetie seems to like him all right. Catch you later then.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to go inside.
Welcome to the Casa Madrid. If you got an itch needs scratching, you came to the right place. Just watch how you treat the merchandise.
A lot of screaming in here, I guess. What do you do around here?
I look after the only reasons anyone would want to spend any time here. I'm a pimp. All Marco does is collect rent and take a small cut of my action. He sure as hell doesn't clean the rooms.
Who's the merchandise?
3 flavors to choose from: Sweetie, Maud, and Jimmy. Sweetie's the house favorite, for reasons that should be obvious. Maud is what you might call the discount rack. She's what a customer wears if he doesn't have the caps to afford Sweetie, or just likes them old. Jimmy's more of a specialist. I only hear good things.
You're not one of the merchandise?
Most of my body is scarred all over, like a ghoul. Nobody around who'd want to screw that. No, I just run things.
How did you get burned so badly?
We don't talk about that. Next topic. You know where to find me.
I wonder if any of the characters have a quest around here. Nope, that's locked. Nope. I don't think a fridge would even work. This looks like the same layout as that other apartment complex I went into a few videos ago where I shot up the place. Given that it was an evil gang that willing to kill people on sight, so it wasn't really a bad thing I killed them.
Anything new happening? Tom Anderson, can I help you?
What do you do here?
I'm with the followers of the apocalypse, and I help the locals in Westside grow crops. Unlike the NCR, the followers don't expect anything back. The soil and the hot, dry environment don't make it easy, but we get by all right. We've even got our own food store, the Westside Co-op, complete with basic refrigeration.
Tell me about the co-op.
The co-op is comprised of Westside locals and run by Clayton Entenine. They produce all of their own food and share the profits of the co-op.
Do you have a problem with the NCR?
I don't go looking for fights with them, but they don't have the best interests of people in mind. Certainly not locals. The bottom line for NCR is productivity and growth. Politicians back in Shady Sands are completely detached from the people actually living here.
Same can't be said for our government.
Take care.
Still no quest.
We don't need the NCR.
Well, let's keep looking around. Even if I'm not doing a current quest, it's always nice to explore areas I haven't been to yet. Nope.
Hey, baby, what say you and me get acquainted?
You work for Pretty Sarah.
I bring in the customers, and she makes sure no one gets rough. Sarah's good people. Good enough, anyway.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm called Sweetie because I'm the sweetest piece you'll ever find anywhere outside of the Strip.
Do you know St. James?
Sure do. St. James is my #1 customer. He's a prospector who pays Marco to stay here at the Casa week to week. I don't know why his friend Dermot chose to stay here. He's never been with me or nobody else. But St. James likes having me close at hand.
Wouldn't you make more money working on the Strip?
I got my start at the Gomorrah. Good money, but I saw how those Omertas hook girls on free jet or MedX, then start charging. Slavery through a needle is what that is. I earn less out here, but I keep more.
Does St. James pay for anything unusual?
A client's got a right to privacy, so it'll cost 200 caps for me to tell you all about it.
Let's say 100 caps, or you could earn 0 keeping your mouth shut.
Funny how I make caps every time I open my mouth. St. James has problems, that's for sure. Never wants me to say a thing or for me to move around either. Lately, He brings a teddy bear with him and props it on the bed like it's watching us. Ugh, it's creepy as hell. Not the worst I ever been with, but more a pervert than most.
I guess having a stuffed animal stereo would be kind of awkward. I'll look around first.
You know you'll be back.
Maybe. Plus,
Watch out for fiends.
Plus, it's YouTube. I can't exactly. Oh, else it does stare. Will you shut up there? Man, people are so loud in this apartment complex. Any other characters to interact with?
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away. Hello, stranger. You looking for a good time?
Aren't you kind of old to be doing this?
Old but spry, honey. So long as my back don't give out, I can make a living lying on it. May not be as fresh as Sweetie or Jimmy, but Pretty Sarah keeps me around for a good reason. Experience.
You are for Pretty Sarah?
That's right. Strange at first, having a woman for a pimp, but she's tough enough to handle any trouble so far.
Tell me about Sweetie.
She's a good earner. Of course, she don't care who she sleeps with or what they do to her.
What do you know about Jimmy?
I suppose he's okay for one of those. I suppose Pretty Sarah's got to cover every sort of customer.
One of those. You homophobic, Maud?
You know where to find me, honey.
Hello.
And what's his dialogue?
Hey, mister, looking to relax? Looks like you carry a lot of tension in your shoulders. And upper thighs.
Been working here long?
Half a year or so. The Casa's a dump and Marco's a pig, but Pretty Sarah makes sure I don't get hassled. I don't get as many customers as Sweetie or Maud, but the customers I do get always come back.
Tell me about Pretty Sarah.
She's an honest woman. Splits the earnings fair and keeps Sweetie and Maud in line. Minds her own business, too. She knows what it's like for people to go through things they'd rather not talk about.
I hear you're a slave for Kaiser's Legion.
Baby, who I am doesn't matter. I'll be anybody you need me to be. It's better that way, you'll see. See you.
Looks like that's everybody on this floor.
We don't need the NCR.
Do I dare lockpick these doors? Anything in karma on my stats? I got withdrawal. I guess I'll talk to her.
Hi again. You here to play?
Technically, I'm playing this game, New Vegas, but okay. How much does it cost to hire you?
It's worth every cat, baby. I'll do things to you you didn't even think was possible, and leave you feeling like everything's right in the world.
Here's your money.
So get on the bed already. I got something to show you.
Okay, cool.
You know you'll be back.
That was neat. Alright, let's head outside. Did she say anything?
Hi again.
There's gotta be a quest around here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, I'd try that one. don't think I had the right stuff for that. And especially, I remember, I think I need a set of cards to complete that quest. I have enough star caps though. And I can try again. Okay, I've been collecting a lot of star caps.
It's like looking into a mirror. A tacky cowboy festoon mirror.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the headquarters of the Sunset Sarsaparilla Company. Wrangle up a stool and listen to old Festus jaw a while. If you and old Festus are old pals, say a command now. Otherwise, say, pleased to meet you, and we'll get acquainted. Or, if you have more important things to do than talk to old Festus, say goodbye.
Deposit star, Sunset Sarsaparilla star to the slot.
Woohoo! You did it, partner. Bullet for you. Old Festus knew you could do it. I suppose you'll be wanting that prize now. Well then, hold on to your hat, 'cause it's a doozy. Not many people have heard the true story behind Sunset Sarsaparilla. Well, it's a right honor. And now, without further ado, your prize, the Legend of the Star. Long ago, people didn't have a heap of choices when it came to soft drinks. It was either water or Nuka-Cola. Now, the threat of legal action forces me to say that Nuka-Cola is a swell beverage, but sometimes people just wanted something different, you know? So one day, a man, a saloon owner in a small town, decided to make a new type of soft drink and asked his patrons what flavor they'd like it to be. After getting no help from them, a stranger at the end of the bar suggested the man make a sarsaparilla-flavored drink. The stranger said he would happily share his family's recipe for the drink on one condition. The condition being that the stranger would be allowed to sample a bottle whenever he liked to ensure the recipe was being followed to the letter. The man happily agreed, thinking the drink would make him rich, and the stranger promised to meet him by sundown the next day. The next morning, the sheriff stopped by and reported that the stranger's body was found on the side of the town road. He'd been killed by bandits. The man, cursing his luck, closed the saloon early that day, just as the sun began to set. But after he'd locked the doors, he turned around to find an unfamiliar bottle on the bar with a note beneath it. The note was sealed with blue wax in the shape of a star. Opening it, the man found it contained a recipe for a sarsaparilla-flavored drink. Sampling the bottle's contents and finding it singularly delicious, the man gave silent thanks to his mysterious benefactor, wherever he was. Being an honorable man, the saloon owner paid for the stranger's funeral, thinking it was the least he could do to repay him. The saloon owner went on to become rich selling the new drink, and to this day, some bottles of Sunset Sarsaparilla have a blue star under their caps. Some say the saloon owner ordered it done in honor of the stranger. Others say it's the stranger sampling the bottles like he promised. And that's the legend of the star. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you continue enjoying Sunset Sarsaparilla.
What the fuck? Is this some kind of joke?
The Sunset Sarsaparilla Company has received a number of complaints regarding the prize awarded for handing in Sunset Sarsaparilla stars. Therefore, we have seen fit to provide another prize that we feel will placate the most discriminating customer. Just head through the double doors and follow the hallway to your left to the very end. An attendant will be there to present your prize directly. We at the Sunset Sarsaparilla Company would once again like to thank you for your patronage.
Collect your prize, huh? Oh, in case someone's trying to kill me. Straight ahead. Nice vault. A lot of stuff seems sealed off. Fucking jump scared me.
Keeping quiet. Unless my creaky knees give us away.
There's definitely a way on the other side. Huh. Interesting. Ah, terminal. Should be easy. Alright, what's a good one? Aha! Alright, what's here? Welcome Ms. Page. The President has new messages since last time he logged in. Checked saved inbox messages. What contest? From Nathan Stanley, Director of PR Subject. What contest? Body. Sir, the rumors of some sort of contest are quickly growing out of control. We're getting flooded with calls and messages asking if it's true we're redeeming bottle caps for prizes. Do you want me to make an official statement denouncing this rumor? How's your new toy? From Lucas Nash, Vice President of Sales, Rub Cold Corp. Subject. How do you like your new toy? Body. Kenneth, I hope you've been impressed thus far with your recent purchase. Your company has been and continues to be a valued customer. Contact me if you have any questions. Interesting. Let's see. Stanley. Stanley, are you out of mind? Have you seen the latest sales figures? We're up 300% since these rumors started, and you're asking if I want to make it stop? Please stop by my office so we can further discuss the issue. Let me try to voice act again. While the iron is hot. To Marcus Brody, Vice President of Technology. Subject, while the iron is hot. Body. Marcus, I have a few ideas about how we can turn this whole contest situation to our advantage. I'm going to need you to work with the advertising guys on a very special project. A meeting request will be sent out soon. By the way, how do you feel about Cowboys? Not the best NFL team. How do you like your new toy? Lucas, I couldn't be happier with the performance of the new model. If its current performance is any measure, it promises to reinvent my company's entire distribution network. I'd like to tentatively discuss purchasing a few more in the near future. How soon do you expect more to become available? So it started as a rumor. Oh hey, a pencil. Looks like this is where I'm going to claim my prize. Deputy badge. Damn, there's a shit ton of caps in here. Amazing. Are my companions able to follow me, or are they just kind of stuck up there? Wait, I missed something up there. I saw something going. Come on. Ah, roll, my friend. Follow me down here if you're... Yeah, I will actually allow it. Oop. Alright, back in here. 1918. Right when World War I ended. I should definitely look at some, World War I documentaries. Because I saw one last week with a couple friends, only part of it, called Blood and Oil. Which is pretty much about the conflict between the British and the Ottoman Empire, where the British tried to get to Istanbul for oil, at least to my knowledge. And the battle was a devastating failure for the British, and a lot of troops died. Alan Marks. Pew pew. A holotape. Wait, no, I don't want that. And fuck it, I'll sell it later. Let's see, what's his notes? Let's see what's good. cost by 10%. I'll go with that one. Alright, what's this note say?
I guess this is it. Not much air left now. Minutes, maybe. And this is what I have to show for it. I guess the joke's on me. Probably shouldn't have killed all those people. Probably should have stayed at home and taken care of my mom. She always used to say people who murder and steal die bad in the end. Said they...
Hell of a way to go. Died with this quest for nothing. Oh, now I know what happened with this contest. Interesting. I got a lot of caps out of it.
Howdy, partner. Welcome.
This one weapon I don't use much. Alright, did the Sunset Sarsaparilla quest. I think there's stuff to do over at Camp Golf that I went by a while back.
Hey.
There's gotta be somebody in these tents. I'll check the main one.
Oh, hell. What is it now?
How'd you end up at Camp Golf?
I've been here since the first push into Vegas. Back in the day, this camp was the hotspot for conflicts with the Legion, Raider tribes, you name it. These days, I spend most of my time trying to beat a little discipline into the soldiers under my command. They've gotten soft with no action.
Funny. I thought this was where they sent washouts and losers.
Yeah, well, somebody has to wrangle those washouts and losers. Somebody's got to turn them into a real fighting force.
Sounds like you're a little disappointed in your troops.
Disappointed. We call them the Misfits for a reason. They're undisciplined, lazy, and they have absolutely no esprit de corps. The squad leader's got some promise, kid named Mags. But as for the rest, I don't see much hope. I'm going to make them shape up if it kills me, though. Or them, for that matter.
Maybe I can help you with them in the shape.
You're welcome to try. Hell, maybe they'll listen to somebody they don't see as an authority figure.
Flags of our foul-ups. How do you like serving in the army?
Man, it's my life. I joined up when I was 16. I don't know how to do anything else.
You joined at 16 and you're still sergeant?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to get promoted out of the field. I didn't join up to drive a desk. Yeah, whatever.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you
Honored to speak with you, sir.
It's been a long tour. All I can think about now is going back home.
I ain't saying talk to them, it's a quest to do. Talk to the Misfits about improving their squad.
Y'all sure are a big old hero. I gotta write my mama and tell her I met you.
Can you tell me about your squad mates?
They're mostly pretty nice. Poindexter showed me how to make fireworks. Raz kind of scares me sometimes, but I don't mind. He's had a hard life.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Well, I was born on a farm out in California. Weren't much. Me, Ma, and Pa, my 2 sisters, and about 40 acres of corn and Brahmin. Didn't ever have no problems, really, except for some lean years. Then I joined up and got shipped out here to New Vegas.
What do you think of Camp Golf?
Oh, it's a fine place. The lake is real pretty, and we don't get bothered much by them Legion fellers.
How'd you end up in the army?
Well, as it turns out, we had a string of bad harvests a few years back. Pa said he couldn't afford to feed but 3 youngins or we'd starve. As the biggest one, it was my job to go join the army so's my sisters could eat, and so's we wouldn't all be killed by raiders, and Jesus would love us. It's all right, I guess. I don't like all the fighting we gotta do, though.
Why are you so afraid of fighting?
I ain't scared. I just don't like hurting folks is all. Ma always used to tell me, boy, you're the biggest and the strongest, so you mind yourself. Every day she told me that. Guess I done took it to heart.
Sergeant McCready asked me to talk to you about getting your squad into shape.
To me? I'll tell you what I think this squad needs. A little more basic human niceness.
Human niceness?
That's right. Folks just don't talk to other folks. And everybody's always cross with each other.
So you think I should find ways to convince the Misfits to get along?
That'd be swell. Only if they knew the idea came from me, they probably wouldn't take you serious no more. So maybe you ought to think about it first. And I sure hope you're more convincing than I am, or they ain't gonna listen.
Okay, I'll try to convince them.
Okay. Toodaloo.
Poindexter.
Hey. I'm assuming you aren't associated with the Army or the Rangers. What can I do for you?
Are you in charge around here?
In a strictly official capacity, no. However, as I am by far the most intelligent and resourceful figure on this base, I feel it's safe to say the soldiers here look up to me.
Since you're so respected, maybe you can help get this unit into shape.
You're trying to appeal to my ego. I must admit it's an effective tactic. All right, I'll help. But only because I want to see if it's even possible.
Tell me about yourself.
To what purpose? It's highly unlikely you'd understand anything I'd say. Suffice to say, I'm a certified genius, and when I'm discharged from this pit of testosterone and failure, I'll have all the money I could ever need.
How'd a guy like you end up in the army?
It's a simple idea. The Army offers fiscal security and generous benefits at the cost of substantial personal risk, if you're on the front line. If you perform too poorly, they'll scrub you out. Perform too well, and you get sent to the front lines. All I have to do is ride that mediocrity gradient to a cushy, do-nothing job miles away from the war. I somehow suspect you'll be back to converse with me later.
We won't go quietly. Oh shit, here comes the brown noser. What you want?
Know anything about your squad mates?
We don't talk too much, mostly. Poindexter's a smart-ass prick. Well, Hanrahan's a big pussy, ain't good for shit in a fight. And Mags? Well, Mags is cut out for something other than soldiering, you dig?
That's charming. It's good to know team building is alive and well.
Shit, maybe you're right. Guess I ought to give him a shot.
So what's your story?
Ain't much to tell. Grew up out west, in the Boneyard. Heard of it? Yeah, not many people have. Wasn't really a good place for kids, you know. I joined up to get out. My family's still back there.
Can you tell me anything about Camp Golf?
What do you want to know? Whole place used to be some kind of rich bastard resort back before the war. Now the Rangers use the old resort and we grunts get to live in tents. Fucking typical.
Why are you in the Army?
Shit, man, it was this or the Fiends. And Fiends don't last too long in the NCR. At least this way the badasses with the top shelf guns are on my side. Right.
Wow. The big celebrity down here with the common troopers. What can I do for you?
Tell me a little about yourself.
Not much to tell, really. I grew up in New Reno, joined up, took my shot at being a ranger, didn't make it, so I'm stuck with this crew of jokers.
How come you didn't make it into the Rangers?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe because I'm saddled with the worst damn unit in the NCR Army. Think that might have something to do with it?
Sounds like you aren't too fond of your squad mates.
Yeah. I mean, no. They're okay people, but they don't care, you know? They don't have any ambition, no drive. They're slacking off, and that reflects badly on me.
Well, maybe if you tried to lead by example instead of tearing them down.
You really think so? Hell, I guess it's worth a shot.
How'd you end up assigned to Camp Golf?
Easy. This is where they send all the fuck-ups and people they don't want. But hey, it's not like I'm bitter or anything.
Why'd you join the Army?
I guess I wanted to make something of myself, you know? Be the best of the best. I wanted to be a ranger, but guess this is as close as I get. Sure. See you around.
Y'all sure are a big old hero. I gotta write my mama and tell her I met you.
How's the human niceness working out?
Boy, the squad sure is working together a lot better now. I think we're gonna be A-okay. Toodaloo.
I trust you're satisfied with the squad's newfound teamwork. It's almost entirely my own doing, I assure you. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
The squad really seems to be working together better. It's nice for a change.
I thought all that touchy-feely teamwork bullshit was kind of fruity. It kind of feels good knowing my squad's got my back.
Oh, that worked.
Patrolling the Mojave. Glad to see you. Need a patch job?
might be addicted to something.
Well then, take 2 shots of whiskey and call me in the morning. Little doctor humor. Okay, let's have a look.
Yeah, you gotta secure me. Here's 50 caps.
And there we go. Now, try to stay off the stuff, you hear?
Doubt it.
See, that wasn't so bad. Anything else I can do for you? Sir?
Actually, wait,
Glad to
has
see you. Need a
anything
patch
on
job?
file. I need medical supplies.
Here's what I got.
Actually, how many stim packs do I have? Could have heard to get
Give me a shot if you need anything else.
Couldn't hurt to obtain more stim packs. Now look at this futuristic golf cart.
Evening. We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Hard to believe this place used to be a luxury resort, huh?
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish.
Yeah, I heard that line like 100 times. Is there anybody I can talk to out here? Y'all sure made a mess of things.
Evening.
Hey.
Hello. Evening.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Evening. Evening.
A lot of stuff.
Hello.
There's something else I can do around here. Surely there's maybe another quest I can do. At least something to do in that main tent right there.
Well, their test scores are only marginally improved, but I'm hearing good things about the Misfits' teamwork. Yeah, whatever.
See where else I can go. there's something I can do for Great Khans.
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub?
Can you tell me about your people?
You want to hear the story of the Great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. We have suffered, but we will regain our glory.
Maybe you can give me the short version.
In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The Great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here.
How did the three families defeat you?
They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them.
What happened at Bitter Springs?
When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down.
That doesn't sound like something the NCR would order.
Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here. Typical. No reference for history in the younger generations.
Who are you?
You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the Great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people.
Do I break their alliance at Caesar's? The Caesar's Legion does do slavery, which is really bad. I've come to ask the Great Khans to break their alliance with Kaiser's Legion.
Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you?
Do you really think Caesar is going to restore your tribe to glory? You'll be made slaves.
Ha! The Great Khans will not be slaves. Caesar himself has promised us the land from here to the Colorado and the freedom to raid as we see fit. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The Great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their crimes. Farewell. It's always a pleasure to see you around the camp.
That's horrible.
It's because of that we have sworn to take revenge on the NCR. With our new allies in Caesar's Legion, we will crush them. I
think the NCR killed their own people. Especially the old folk and children parts.
A robot dog. Never seen one of those before.
Huh? Your pal's one ugly motherfucker.
Come on, he ain't that bad.
I heard you try to convince Papa Khan not to join with Caesar's Legion. I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment.
What is it you had in mind?
You want to convince Papa not to ally with Caesar, right? Trust me, you'll get nowhere just talking to him about it. He's fixated on restoring the glory of the Great Khans, and he sees Caesar as the path to that restoration.
So what do I do?
Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. He listens to his tribe, and to 4 voices in particular: me, Jack, Diane, and Melissa. If you can convince all of us that allying with Caesar is a bad idea, you might be able to sway him.
Aren't you convinced already, if we're having this conversation?
I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more than doubts. I've heard rumors that tribes who aligned with Caesar in the past were torn apart and reduced to slaves. Prove it, and I'll back you.
What would convince Jack and Diane to support me?
You'd have to talk to them, but those 2 have been thick as thieves since they were kids. Convince one, and the other will come around.
What about Melissa?
Ah, Melissa. She's a bit of a dreamer. Last time she was in camp, Carl filled her head with stories of serving the Legion as a speculatore. Personally, I've never seen a woman in Legionnaire's armor, so I have my doubts.
Okay, I'll see what I can do to convince everyone.
Good. Oh, one more thing. Caesar's representative, Carl, has become fast friends with Papa. Carl's the one who has him so fixated on this alliance. You'll probably have an easier time of things if you can find a way to get him out of the picture.
How would I do that?
Carl talks prettily about the honor and nobility of the great Khans, but I suspect his actual opinion is less flattering. Maybe you could find something he wrote that expresses that opinion, or trick him into losing his cool in the longhouse right in front of Papa.
I'll keep that in mind.
I would too, if I were you.
Find a way to disgrace Carl in front of humans. Alright. Drug lab. I'll convince the other characters before I go back in the house. Pretty neat that you have the option to, like, disband alliances and stuff like that. I really like that.
Hey, what's up?
I'm here to ask you to publicly oppose Papa Khan's alliance with Caesar.
Huh? Look, man, me and Diane, we don't dig on that politics stuff, savvy? We just make the product and make it get to a good home. Sure, Caesar's a drag, but as long as we've got each other, we don't care who the top dogs roll with.
But you won't have each other. Legion will kill you and sell Diane into slavery as a prostitute.
Dude, what a total haul. No way that's Kopashishi. Yeah, okay. Me and Diane got your back. No sweat.
Hey, what's up?
So about the alliance with Caesar's Legion.
Don't worry, Jack and I have talked it over. We'll talk up the idea of breaking the alliance. Bye.
That worked.
How's it going?
He just says I should talk to you about speaking against the Great Khan's alliance with Caesar.
You can ask, but why would I do that? Carl told me all about the life in the Legion. He says I've got all the makings of a speculatore.
Did he also tell you women aren't permitted to serve in the Legion?
What? No, What do you mean aren't allowed to serve? Why would he lie about that?
If the Great Khans join the Legion, you'll be sold as a slave. An officer's wife if you're lucky.
That lying little weasel. I almost fell for it too. All right, you've got a deal. You can tell Papa I won't support an alliance. Bye.
Mention how the...
Whoa! Let's dance.
Had enough?
As I was saying, interesting how this voice, Melissa, has like a English accent, even though the character is supposed to be American. I just think that's kind of funny in a way. Alright, now to get this guy to lose his shit.
You honor the Great Khans with your presence. What can I do to help you?
I'd like to talk more about the Great Khan's alliance with Caesar.
What do you want to know?
Nothing.
Suit yourself. Until next time.
Alright, what's the optional? Find a way to disgrace Carlin in front of Papa Khan.
Huh?
Carlin.
Greetings in the name of Kaiser.
I've been wondering why you don't petition the Khans for membership as a show of allegiance.
Join? Oh, no, I simply couldn't. That is, I'm not worthy of such an honor.
But surely a warrior in service of glorious Caesar is the equal of any tribe's finest.
Of course I am. That is to say, Caesar has many fine warriors, and I wouldn't wish to compare them to the great Khans.
Because you know they'd come up lacking.
Enough! How dare you compare Caesar's finest to this tribe of savages? The mightiest great Khan is scarcely a match for a legion recruit. The burned man would leave their mightiest shitting themselves in terror. I would. That is...
Interesting opinion, Carl. Wonder what Papa Khan will say about this.
You motherless bastard. You'll pay for this.
Great Khans, drive Caesar's dog out of our camp.
Whoa!
Hey!
Whoa!
Had enough.
She wait. They can kill him. Damn.
What?
More of my advisors are starting to talk openly of breaking our alliance. I wonder where that idea is coming from.
Share whiskey with me sometime?
Carl's journal. His journal consists of detailed records and observations from Carl's time with the Great Khans. Many of the entries go into great detail about his opinion of their, quote, savage, barbarous customs, end quote. And at several points he waxes philosophic about how it's very likely that Caesar's legion will have to execute the lot of them. Oh well.
Hey.
Ah, you're back. What else do you need?
I should have looked at the notes first. Now, where's Regis at? I hope I didn't mess up the quest. Ah, there he is.
You're becoming quite the political agitator. I can't say I'm displeased. What do you... Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. If you can I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more...
I did everything, right? Oh my gosh, this is another busted quest. Yeah, I did find evidence.
Something else you wanted? All right. What is it you wanted?
So what am I? Is the quest busted now?
Huh?
Ah, you're back. What else do you need?
And I guess I broke the allegiance, but did I do something wrong? Like, he was part of the Caesar, and he didn't like the Great Khans very much.
Share a whiskey with me sometime?
Hello.
So I'll see if there's any quests over here since the other one's fucking broken.
I'm Lieutenant Gorobets, 1st Recon. If you're looking to collect a bounty, you should talk to Major Daughtry.
Tell me about 1st Recon.
We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling.
What's wrong with Betsy?
Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at 1st Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help.
I can talk to Betsy about getting medical help for her trauma if you want.
I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea.
What happened to Sterling?
Corporal Sterling was an NCR ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to 1st Recon.
Tell me about 1st Recon.
We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us.
Does the NCR usually offer bounties on people?
If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military.
Why not? Oh, right. That's the dialogue.
Carry on.
Still pissed off about that request.
Hey.
Never seen you around before. What do you want?
You should get medical help for your trauma.
The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need a head doctor. I'm 1st Recon, damn it. You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you?
Mental trauma can slow you down or distract you, but it's treatable, just like any bullet wound.
Just another injury to take care of, huh? Well, when you put it that way. All right. You can tell the lieutenant I finally caved. There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing.
Have you seen any serious combat here?
Not unless you count the fiends as serious. Gorobets keeps us inside the fence most of the time. Doesn't matter to me. I just shoot bad guys. Sooner or later, they'll move us out to the dam, though. That's when the shit gets nasty.
Nasty how?
Legion fights to win. And they're smart. Hell of a lot smarter than these crazy fiends. but I don't feel bad about shooting Legion boys. Fiends, on the other hand, sometimes I get pangs of conscience. Not often, but sometimes.
First I heard about conscience in a while.
Some cute little junkie bitch, so fucked up she doesn't even know that she's the bad guy. And I've got a headshot her. Makes me think. Might just be sex, though. I see some cute little number and I'd rather get in her pants. So maybe I'm a stone-cold bitch after all.
How about a date? I like tough women.
Thanks for your help with Usanagi and all, but I still like 'em tall, blonde, and female.
Worth a try. You're a sniper?
What gave me away? The big gun, the shades, or the attitude?
I didn't know that all snipers wear shades.
They don't. Only the good ones do. My partner's got some potential, so I let him wear those goofy glasses. I tell him they're his training shades. He totally buys it. Truth is, his eyes just suck.
Who's your partner?
The little guy. 10 of spades. I like him because he listens. Doesn't shut up the rest of the time, but when I talk, he listens. Also, he doesn't pull any stupid come-ons, like practically every other horn dog alpha male on this base. Might be he's just scared of me, though.
So snipers work in pairs.
Yeah. We spot for each other, watch each other's backs. Usually works pretty well, unless you get paired up with an asshole. Thing is, there's a lot of assholes in the army. I keep hoping they'll pair me up with some hot blonde like you see on those old pinups. Shit, I don't even care if she can shoot straight. Can't have everything. Yeah. Try not to get killed.
Hey. What can I do for you?
I convinced Corporal Betsy to get help from Dr. Usanagi.
I wish someone with your medical training had come along sooner. I think she'll actually stick with the treatment because of what she said. I was afraid that Betsy wouldn't go for long-term treatment because she didn't want to look bad in front of the rest of the squad. You settled that. Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming. I'd like to make sure the medical clinic has time for her. Carry on.
What the quest? I might as well go to the New Vegas clinic. I saw other stuff to do to talk to the characters.
Hey.
You're back. Do you need medical attention?
Corporal Betsy from 1st Recon will be coming to you for mental treatment.
Mental trauma can be just as debilitating as physical injuries. Fortunately, I'm well qualified in such treatment. I'll make time in my schedule. Take care.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Howdy. Name's Sterling, 1st Recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had.
You remember everyone who passes through here?
Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all, and a lot of scouting from place to place.
Interesting rifle you have there. Lever action, right?
I called her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets.
Have you always been with 1st Recon?
Used to be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays.
Why did you leave the Rangers?
Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How did you escape Malpass?
Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me, so they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple of rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
How long have you been stationed here?
Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us. Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.
I've been seeing Usanagi, and things are better. I'm not so angry all the time, you know? And, I'm not trying to jump every woman in camp. Well, not all the time, anyway. Yeah, try not to get killed.
What can I do for you?
Let me guess. You got work for me, right? Well, you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. Soon as I pick up some caps that Daughtry owes me, I'm out of this scrapyard.
Are you supposed to be famous or something?
Well, shit. Feel free to stick a knife in the old ego. Thought I made a name for myself around here. Guess that's as good a reason as any to quit this stinking trade. No glory. No easy money, no women, and no glory. Shit. I'd settle just for the women.
Why does Daughtry owe you caps?
Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror?
And you take it they were fiends?
Damn right they were. And they were good, too. Till I popped a couple shells in their assholes. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there, but my shit gets done.
How long have you been a bounty hunter?
Oh, shit, I don't know. Gotta be at least a month. Longer than I last in most jobs.
You've worked a lot of different trades?
Oh, yeah. A lot. Like before I was a bounty hunter, I worked as a caravan guard. You'd think that was a cakewalk, right? Wrong. Crazy bastards expected me to wake up at dawn. Forget it. It's about 2 hours after this guy hits the sack. And I need at least 10, 12 hours of sleep to do my job. Price of excellence.
I've been known to hunt a few bounties myself.
Well, hey, the field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably lots of people looking to get in once they hear I quit.
What are you going to do now?
Simple. Gonna make myself some easy money. I got a plan. Once I get my caps from Daughtry, I'm going to head on over to Gomorrah and win big at cards. There's not as many people playing at Gomorrah, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got this figured out.
Why did you quit the trade?
See, I thought the bounty hunting trade would be easy money, but it turns out it's hard work, so screw it. Also, I ran into this Mark who was a little too tough for me. I mean, I could have taken him. But with this guy, might have cost me some bad burns or an ass rape. I'm all for risking my life, but I'm a little sensitive about my asshole. Hey, yeah. Next time you see me, maybe I'll be rolling in a shitload of caps, right?
Got a second to talk, boss?
Yeah, sure, what's on your mind?
Meeting Corporal Sterling. Well, it kinda got me thinking. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing?
think it's good that he's so devoted to his duty. More people should act that way.
You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown.
Talking about the Great War. What do you remember about it?
I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm, with a house for 3 generations of Tejadas. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench. And I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. Mostly my family kept me in line. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell that we missed the worst of it. But things got bad quick.
Go on.
Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. My father and I got our guns, and we drove them off.
What happened then?
About 24 men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. My whole family was trapped inside. I smelt the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window. But everyone else, my parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters, all died.
What happened then?
Rafaela and I ran. We were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home, but I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be. I had to take care of Rafaela, not throw my life away on revenge.
Can you blame yourself for this?
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that for all my skills with a pistol, I couldn't help them. Anyway, that was weighing on my mind. Thanks for letting me get it out in the open, boss.
Hey, my man. 10 of spades. First recon sharpshooter. At your service.
I heard about what happened to Corporal Betsy.
The LT told you about that? Shit, man. That's shit.
Tell me what happened.
It was my fault. See, I was knocked out when it happened. The big guy sneaked up on us. I let Betsy down.
If you were unconscious, how could you have done anything?
Shit, you sound like the LT. I should have woken up. I shouldn't have gotten knocked out in the first place. That shit was my fault. I don't want to talk about it anymore, all right?
Why do you think you let Betsy down?
She's my goddamn partner. See, we work in pairs. We spot for each other, watch each other's backs. Nobody wanted to work with me. They said I was too green, but Betsy volunteered. Shit, you don't even know how big a deal that is. She trusts her life to the newbie, and I sit here and let her get raped by that piece of shit. Yeah, the LT shouldn't have brought that shit up. Not with civvies, anyway. Ain't right.
Are you alright?
Oh yeah, fine. Just a little stutter. Had it since I was a kid. Doesn't stop me from kicking ass.
Sure it doesn't.
Damn right.
I ain't gonna make fun of him, man. 10 of spades. Where'd you get that name?
The LT. Gorobets gave it to me. See, I wanted to be ace of spades, but the LT says, sorry kid, you're too green. So he calls me 10 instead. It's okay though. I get a few more kills under my belt, he'll move me up to Jack. Jack of spades. Sounds better, right? I keep at it. Eventually I'll make it to ace. Think I'll skip queen though.
How long have you been a sharpshooter?
Shit. Long as I can remember. Had a rifle in my hand since I was 3. That's what my dad always says. Learned to shoot on our ranch, way west of here. Same as the LT. He's a farm kid, too.
When did you enlist in the military?
Oh, they recruited me, what, a year ago? Taught me to kick even more ass than before. These guys, they really know how to kick some ass.
What do you do around here?
Kicking ass. Mostly kicking ass. See, we're watching the perimeter right now, looking for those fiends to come back. When they show their faces, that's when we go to work. One shot, one kill. That's the first recon way. This again?
Never mind.
Ain't right to talking about this anyway.
I'm Bitterroot, first recon. You got a reason to talk to me?
Bitterroot. You have an unusual name.
You trying to start trouble? Or do you really not know where I got that name?
I didn't mean to offend. You don't have to tell me if you'd rather not.
It's a con name. You know, the great cons. That's what my parents were. I figured I grew up around the bastards. They owed me a name after all they put me through.
What happened to your parents?
They're dead. Got themselves killed at Bitter Springs. Served them right, if you ask me.
Losing your parents must have been hard for you. I'm sorry.
You're sorry? Well, that makes one of us. Bitter Springs was the best thing that ever happened to me. Best thing that ever happened to my parents, too. They were as bad as the rest. Worse, maybe.
You don't really mean that, do you?
Don't I? Mister, you never met my parents. My dad, he got himself fucked up every chance he got. Always started with folk for no reason. Hell, he was the one who taught me to shoot. You know how? By taking pot shots at NCR, and not just soldiers. Civilians, too. Even kids. Then he'd get high with his buddies and swap tales about the folk they killed. Bunch of animals. And my mom? A couple of times she tried to sell me to some waster just to score some jet. Even the other cons said she was useless. Only reason they kept her around was because she was a... how'd my dad say it? A smoking piece of ass.
So your name, it comes from Bitter Springs.
You're not fully grown till you've taken a beat down. Everybody gathers around and hits you till you're damn near dead. After that, if you haven't begged for mercy, you get to choose a new name. One you'll use for the rest of your life. When NCR slaughtered the cons at Bitter Springs, I hadn't got my beat down yet. I was still too young. The way I see it, Bitter Springs was my beat down. So afterward, I gave myself a name. It's all I got from the cons. It's all I ever wanted.
How did you survive the massacre?
Guess I could tell a pretty good story if I had a mind. But the truth is, I don't know. Just got lucky. They brought me to Daughtry after the battle. He was just a captain back then. Guess he saw something in me. Knew I didn't belong with the cons. Maybe he felt bad, too. About how his men killed my folks. I told him he did me a service, but he didn't believe me. Still doesn't. He's a good man, Daughtry. Doesn't act like it sometimes, I know. But he didn't have to take me in.
You're not willing to tell me something. You couldn't have forgotten the whole massacre.
It's like I tell Major Daughtry. Best not to look under a rock if you don't really want to know what's there. Could be that NCR found some blood on me and none of it mine. Could be that a few of those cons didn't die from NCR bullets. I had scores of my own to settle. Deeper ones than NCR ever had. Don't bother asking who they were with. Yeah, that's probably best.
How long have you been with First Recon?
While, I guess. I don't keep too careful track of time. I like to keep things simple. Just focus on now. That's why they made me a sniper. You let your mind wander back a ways and you lose sight of what's in front of your eyes. Good way to miss a mark.
Father is your commanding officer? Is that allowed?
Yeah, look. He's not my real father. He just looked after me for a while. It's a long story. I'd get tired of talking before it was through.
Where can I find some work around here?
You a merc? Well, then I guess you want to talk to my... father. Major Daughtry. He's our CO.
Not too friendly, are you?
Guess not. I don't mean nothing by it. You really want to talk to somebody, try 10 of spades. He's always got plenty to say. Me? I'm here to do my job. For now, that job is shooting fiends. All right. Goodbye.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
So I gotta talk to everybody. Pretty sure I can make time for a couple quests with Daughtry. Which I think he's not in here.
We won't go quiet.
Daughtry be at? That ain't you.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed.
Huh.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place?
Who are you?
Not big on reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it? It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu has me handling the policing duties for the base. I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back to me. But you know how colonels can be.
I don't think you should be trusted with interrogation if you just want to blow their brains out. Do you need any help?
Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently.
Is that a big deal?
Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion from Caesar on down will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him.
What do you think it means?
Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy.
What about the truth drug?
Don't have anything like that. Sounds nice. Like the kind of thing I'd want to take home and use on my husband. But even if we did, I don't know that I'd be comfortable using it. If there's any risk of overdose, it's not worth it. Asshole's too valuable.
You tried calling them hurtful names?
Yes, and one time I thought I saw a tear when I told him his uniform was unflattering. But I think he just got some dust in his eye.
Why don't you just beat your prisoner senseless?
I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There are some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination.
So you want me to do what you can't?
I think if you rough him up enough, and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room, and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
Fuck it. Okay, let's get started.
That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in. Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant. I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. You know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus? If you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm?
I think you're confused. I'm with the excrement right now.
You must have some reason to be in your line of work. Tell me, what did the Legion do to you? Did we enslave your children? Slaughter your family before your eyes to teach you a lesson? Whatever it was, I hope I was there to give the order.
You must miss giving orders, now that all your men are dead.
Foot soldiers of the Legion are trained not to have to think for themselves, to have conflict removed from their minds. They kill themselves to evade capture because they are not trusted to make such a decision rationally in the heat of battle. But I'm no foot soldier. I knew I could escape captivity on my own without revealing the tiniest iota of information to my captors.
Sounds to me like you were too gutless to follow Caesar's orders.
I'll show you gutless, you sniveling bastard. I'll spill your guts all over this room.
Is something the matter, Silus? You look upset. Here, maybe you'd better step out for a moment. You've upset him.
Your friend is a miserable fucking degenerate.
I don't know. I thought he seemed like a nice guy.
If we were on the other side of the river, I'd have him torn apart by dogs.
That's a long walk, Silus. I don't think it's gonna happen. You'd better just talk.
Your tactics are a joke.
If you don't like dealing with me, I can bring my friend back in.
Both of you can rot.
Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you.
We don't have anything to discuss, worm.
But I want to know how a coward can attain the rank of Centurion.
Coward? I've faced odds that would make your NCR soldiers wet themselves. I've led charges against men with guns, carrying only my knife. And I can tell you, it was they who feared me. But suicide is a weak death on a battlefield. It says to your enemy that you fear capture. It says if you're caught, you can be broken.
So you're unafraid to cut any throat but your own.
You think I'm going to slit my throat for some megalomaniacal self-appointed dictator? I didn't work my way up to have it all be taken from me out of some irrational paranoia. Caesar's losing it. I believe that. He's been shutting himself in his tent. Privately, he complains of headaches. Whatever it is, it's affecting his ability to lead. Time was essential for my mission, but we waited 3 days for him to dispatch us. Another of his headaches. Does that sound like a man in command? He has an operative planted in this very base, but does he use his agent to rescue me? No. He's content to have the agent spend his nights radioing troop positions back to our base camp. He knows I'm here, and he's left me to rot.
Who's the operative?
I don't know. I know he sends intelligence by radio in the middle of the night. Sometimes that intelligence would find its way to my cantery.
I don't believe you. You're lying.
Then you're a fool. That man reports to Caesar on what I do here. The Legion isn't going to take me back. My only hope is to escape and disappear. But if I escape and he reports it, they'll hunt me down as long as I live. It served me to report him as much as it served you.
See, don't you feel better now that you've divulged all those state secrets?
I hope the Legion burns your wretched body at the stake when they conquer this place. Nothing I could tell you would do anything to stop that. Get away from me.
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant, but from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission. Yep, see you around.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Well, I think I'll end part 19 of my Let's Play of Fallout New Vegas right here. As always, like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and all that stuff. Look forward to more videos in the future. I will definitely return to a more consistent upload schedule with more New Vegas. I think I'll definitely start another New Vegas DLC soon. I think I'll do the Blue Mountain one next. And that won't be for like a couple videos for now. Apologies on the one quest that decided to just not really finish, even though I did everything correct. Even the quest, like, the quest marker told me to talk to that guy before even looking into his footlocker for evidence. So that's kind of the game's fault, I guess. With other games to look forward to uploads of more Bomb Rush Cyberpunk gameplay. I'll definitely start on finally editing a couple of videos that I recorded of RoboCop Rogue City, as well as getting a start on LEGO Batman 2. I know this channel hasn't exactly played the most recent titles that come out, but I think that's alright. I don't mind playing older titles, and I definitely have a lot of games in my Steam library that I will definitely get to on this very small channel. This outro is as long as it is, so as always, this is Alex, and look forward to more videos into the future.